Hey there, this is Seema, and I just want to talk about phones today. Back in the day, we used to have push button phones, the old boring phones, but now we have smartphones. But the question is, are you getting smarter with your language by using a smartphone? Well, if you're not, then this lesson is for you, because in today's lesson, I am going to show you how to really use great English phrases or expressions when using a phone. Because believe it or not, we all have to use these amazing expressions and become as smart as our smartphones. So, what could we say? We can say, leave someone on red. Now, this is a very common expression. What does it really mean? Some people, when you send them a message, you can see a blue tick against your message. But guess what? They are not courteous enough, or they don't even bother to reply to your message. So what have they done? They've just read your message and not replied to it. In other words, what have they done? They have left you on red. So the next time that happens to you, it always happens to me, I always say, Akash left me on red. Very bad. Okay, the next expression, what could we say? My phone died on me, right? When something dies, it basically does not work anymore. So what happens? Sometimes your phone battery has died because you were not careful enough to charge it. And what happens? Your phone battery just goes off, and that's when you say, my phone died on me. Oh my God, what do I do? Okay, what else could you say? Sometimes your phone starts lagging. What is the meaning of lagging? The word lagging means to move very slowly, very slowly. Now, this is very irritating because sometimes you're trying to make a call or you're trying to watch a video and the video does not get uploaded. What's happening? Your phone's lagging. Maybe the network is weak, other reasons, but that's what's happening. Your phone's lagging, very slow. Sometimes you can say, hey, my phone's acting up. Okay, so sometimes weird things happen with your phone. The other day when I was trying to make a call, two people were getting my calls at one time. Some people were getting on a conference call with me, even though I was making only one call. Really weird. That's when you can say, hey, my phone's acting up. Okay, it's behaving very strange, very weird. Or you could say, my phone's becoming sluggish. Okay, there is an animal called a slug, a very lazy animal. So a person who is lazy is also called a slug or a sluggish person. It basically means that if your phone is lagging or slow, the other word to say that is your phone has become sluggish. Now, sometimes, like I said, you have forgotten to charge your battery. You should not do that. And that's when your phone is low on battery, right? Then you will say, hey, my phone's very low on battery. I'm not going to be using it because otherwise, what's going to happen? My phone will die on me. So before your phone dies on you, don't use your phone too much if it is low on battery. Now, sometimes, like I said, our network is terrible, right? We don't have great network. For whatever reasons, we don't have a great phone company to support us. That's when you can say, hey, I'm not able to watch the video or I'm not able to make this video call. My network is terrible or my Wi-Fi is terrible. Okay, and that's why it's also sluggish. Some people say, my phone could use an upgrade. Okay, sometimes you are using a phone which does not have the latest features. The phone's not really helping you do things like you should because now your needs have increased, but the phone's not supporting you to do what you want to do. That's when you can say, hey, I think I need a new phone, which means my phone could definitely use an upgrade. And then you could say something like, it seems like a spam call. Now, there are a lot of times we are scared to even answer our phone. And why is that? Because we do not get calls which are legitimate. I mean, we don't get like real calls. We get calls from telemarketing companies, from the odd insurance agent who is selling you something really strange. What are they? They're spam calls. Someone telling you that you've won the lottery? Well, this is not real calls. They're spam calls, okay? So sometimes when you see an unknown number, you can say, hey, I think it's a spam call. It seems like a spam call. Or you could say, I'll mute my phone before it buzzes or before it rings. Mute basically means to keep it on silent. So the other word for saying mute is, I will keep my phone on silent. Now, when do you say this? You use this when, let's say, I'm going to give a test. Okay, so I have strict instructions, do not use your phone. I don't want my phone to ring while I'm giving the test. So I will say, hey, I'm going to mute my phone or keep it on silent before the phone rings. Now, sometimes you have to, like I said, you can't use your phone when you are traveling on the plane. That's when you can say, allow me to put it on the flight mode. Or let's say if I'm giving a presentation like I'm giving right now, I had to put my phone on flight mode. Some people, they're tired of their phone ringing constantly. The other word for constantly is incessantly. It's a new word for you. So if your phone's ringing over and over again to a point that you are now really angry, really annoyed, you can say, hey, my phone's ringing incessantly today. Or you could also say, my phone's ringing off the hook, which is actually an idiom. My phone's ringing incessantly or my phone's ringing off the hook. Well, I believe that if you use a lot of these phone expressions, you have not only got a smartphone, but you've also become smarter with your use of language. So do use these phone expressions and tell me which is your favorite one and make a sentence using that. I'll be back with some more lessons and I'm going to wait to read your comments and respond to it. So I'll see you soon with another lesson. Until then, this is me saying keep learning and keep using all these expressions that you have just learned. Bye.